Hey everyone, Greg Staley here of Diverge Media, and today's conversation is that Poilievre is right. EV mandates from the Liberal government will end rural life in Canada if allowed to go through. Now, I bring this information to you. We just wrote an article on it. Go check it out in the link below. But I write this, I say, as someone who lives in rural Saskatchewan and relies on a 21-year-old Toyota that has 370,000 kilometers on it. Pierre Poilievre is right. The Liberals' EV mandates would end the sale of gas-powered vehicles by 2035, and it will threaten rural life. If these policies proceed, many rural Canadians like myself could lose the ability altogether to live and work outside of urban centers. Now, I have never owned a new vehicle in my life, never financed or never leased a vehicle, couldn't afford that luxury. I have a wife and 5 kids, and simply put, money is always tight. And the Liberal gas vehicle ban, which will phase out the sale of gas-powered vehicles by 2035, will absolutely destroy my ability to live where I do. There is no LRT out here. There's no taxi service or Ubers that we can call in rural Saskatchewan. We have to drive, where I am, 30 minutes to the nearest Walmart. Now, I've always had vehicles that were at least 10 years old. Now, if electric vehicle mandate continues to go through, I just want to bring this to people's attention. I searched, as an example, car gurus for electric vehicles in all of Saskatchewan. There was just 16. When I went to Auto Trader, that number got as high as 169 for the entire province of Saskatchewan. But the lowest price on those vehicles was just under $16,000. How can someone like me ever afford that? The answer is they won't, and I would be forced to move to an urban center. Or ride out my vehicle in hopes that it lasts forever, and when I can't afford to replace it, then be forced to move to an urban center. But isn't that the point? Now, I digress. As a comparison, $16,000 for the cheapest electric vehicle I found. My Toyota, I paid just $3,000 for, and did the work myself to save thousands and thousands of dollars. Likely work I would never be able to do on an electric vehicle that has special part requirements, special tool requirements to work on, which is kind of just the way new vehicles are going, but I digress. Now, I'm sure Liberal supporters will say, the costs will come down as more EVs enter the market, and that is technically true, but they conveniently leave out a problem with electric vehicles. That is, the replacement price of an EV battery is so expensive that's often akin to purchasing another vehicle entirely. So, as an example, according to The Drive, replacement cost for a car like the Nissan Leaf, roughly $15,000. Chevy Bolt and Tesla S and X models, just under $30,000. And some Hyundai and Kia models will run you a steep $45,000. So I'll end with a novel idea here, okay? Why doesn't the Canadian government leave rural Canadians alone and let the market determine what consumers want for a change? This government, this Liberal government, Trudeau, Carney, same but different, as they say, they do not let the market operate as a free market. They constantly have their fingers in things and have to pick winners. When you give, as an example, another article we posted today, $14 billion to an electric vehicle battery manufacturer, you've artificially created a winner in that market. And I would add, if EVs are so great, then why do they have to give out corporate welfare to get the company to set up shop here in Canada anyways? I'll end with this. Rural Canadians cannot afford what the Liberals are forcing our auto companies to sell. Canadians need to be left to make their own decisions without government interference. Canada needs to let the market work without interference, and the government needs to let Canadians decide who the winners are. They need to stop choosing them. I'm Greg Staley of Diverge Media. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time.